Months after a toddler's body is found here near the seawall, the community of Galveston not giving up hope on little Jacob. This morning, we're live to show you how they're bringing attention to his case. President Trump had a busy weekend on Twitter. What he's saying about the Russia investigation and how he's connecting it to the Florida school shooting.
Dry this President's Day, but already tracking the potential for very heavy rainfall beginning Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday. Details coming up.
All right, the national anthem, like you probably never heard it before. That's Fergie's version, and it has everybody talking. We have your take coming up next.
And you snooze, you win. How you can get a better night's sleep to jumpstart your day.
KHOU 11 News This Morning starts now.
First at 6:30 this morning, we have breaking news. A live look here at southbound I-45 near Parker Road. And what you're seeing here is very good news because traffic's moving. That highway just reopened here in the last couple of minutes after a deadly wreck. Good morning, everybody. I'm Russ Lewis.
And I'm Lisa Hernandez. It is Monday, February 19th. Let's check in with Darby Douglas right now. This is some really good news for commuters, Darby.
Much better news, and we need to take a close look at it because earlier this morning, about 2:45, accident with a motorcycle resulting in a fatality happened on I-45 southbound just before Parker. Now we take again a look at our Houston TransStar shot, and here comes the traffic. They got the HOV lane open up about an hour ago, but now traffic you can see coming onto the freeway. Our accident was right here, and now they're letting traffic in from Shepherd. So they had everybody closed off at Shepherd, and you were forced off at the Shepherd exit. Now all lanes have been reopened. You can see traffic starting to move through. That is good news. The bad news is traffic is still going to be backed up probably to about West Road, so it's going to take a while to clear out. If you live up in Spring, Conroe, the Woodlands, still recommending at this point in time maybe just hopping on the Hardy Toll Road and give this accident clearing a chance to recover. But right now, still going to be very slow and go on I-45, the North Freeway. Still recommend the Hardy Toll Road. And Cheetah, it's actually a little breezy out there this morning.
Breezy, warm, mild. Yeah, we've got all of that here for your President's Day, for your Monday. Temperatures this morning in the upper 60s and low 70s. The south wind is what's fueling the atmosphere with added moisture. So about a 20% chance of just a stray shower to a spotty sprinkle. Notice your high temperatures nearing 80 this afternoon. Temperatures really aren't expected to change a whole lot this week, but already setting the stage, again, tracking that potential for heavy rain Tuesday evening, Wednesday, and Thursday. So today, warm and mild, heavy rain midweek, and then thankfully, we can already say this upcoming weekend should be mostly dry. Details on that heavy rain coming up next.
All right, Cheetah, thank you. Dozens gathered last night along the Galveston seawall to honor a toddler known only as Little Jacob. The boy's body washed up on the beach last October. Police are still trying to figure out who he is and what happened to him. Our Michelle Choi joins us live from the seawall this morning with more on the story. Michelle, what was last night's message?
Well, Lisa, last night's vigil was held by folks here in this community to make sure little Jacob's story does not fade away and to bring attention to his case. In fact, take a look at this cross they've placed here in his honor. Written on it is "You mattered, little guy," a very clear message that shows this community stands with him. Here on the island, in the darkness, a sea of light surrounds this cross. Dozens coming together to honor the memory of a toddler only known as Little Jacob. The 3-year-old's body mysteriously washed up on the beach last October. Since then, no one has claimed him, his story shaking the Galveston community to the core.
It's hurt a lot of people. It really has, not knowing what happened.
An autopsy last month revealed the boy had been abused and neglected.
We all have small kids, grandbabies. It's just sad all the way around.
A sad situation police are working tirelessly to solve.
Somebody knows. Somebody somewhere knows.
Hoping to find justice for little Jacob, found alone but not forgotten. This community now stands with him.
If we can just give him his real name and find out what happened, it'll be fine.
And this community truly has taken little Jacob in and embraced him. You can see the teddy bears and toys left behind for him. Someone even told us that they feel like they've adopted him. Again, if you have any information on his case of who he might be or what happened to him, you're asked to call Galveston Police. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Michelle. President Trump spent some time on Twitter over the weekend talking about the Russia investigation. The president is blaming the Obama administration for Russian meddling in the election, and he believes that Russia succeeded in creating chaos.
But one of the comments getting the most attention relates to the Florida school shooting. Our Brandy Smith joins us now to explain. Brandy?
Well, guys, this is all in response to Friday's indictments of more than a dozen Russian nationals accused of trying to undermine confidence in U.S. democracy. President Trump's tweets attacked the FBI, lawmakers, and President Obama. None of them were critical of Russia, though. In fact, at one point, he said the Russians, quote, succeeded beyond their wildest dreams and were laughing at us in Moscow. Now, that wasn't even the president's most controversial tweet. He also posted this. Very sad the FBI missed all of the many signals sent out by the Florida school shooter. This is not acceptable. They're spending too much time trying to prove Russian collusion with the Trump campaign. So that tweet upset a lot of people on social media. Some of the Parkland shooting survivors took on the president. One wrote, "You are the president of the United States and you have the audacity to put this on Russia as an excuse. I guess I should expect that from you." Now, as far as the Russia investigation goes, the indictments don't address whether anyone from the Trump campaign coordinated or worked with the Russians. Special counsel Robert Mueller's broader investigation is ongoing. Russ?
And we'll see what happens when that wraps up. Thank you, Brandy. Topping our morning rush today on a Monday, President Trump will meet with high school students on Wednesday following the Florida school shooting. We don't know this morning, though, if he is including students from Parkland, Florida. Many survivors there are calling on the president to do something about gun violence. Governor Greg Abbott says he wants swift justice after a state trooper was shot during a chase yesterday, happened on I-10 just east of San Antonio. The driver and the trooper were hit during the shootout. The trooper is expected to be okay. That driver is in critical condition this morning. A Russian Olympic medalist in South Korea has reportedly failed a drug test. Alexander Krushelnitsky won bronze in mixed doubles curling. I know what you're thinking, so am I. Really? You're doping for curling? Is the sweeping that strenuous? I don't know. Russian athletes to compete in South Korea because a lot of them had used performance-enhancing drugs in the past. Austin Dillon is the winner of the Daytona 500. He was driving a number 3 Chevrolet, and that's the same number, of course, that Dale Earnhardt Sr. drove in his Daytona win 20 years ago. Daytona also marked the final NASCAR race for Danica Patrick. She finished 35th. And that is your Morning Rush.
6:37, good morning. Live look from Hotel Galvez. This is in Galveston, a gorgeous shot this morning. I love our Weather Bug Network. We can go all around the area here. Now you can see the onshore flow with the waves. We have an onshore flow with our wind, a south wind around 10 to even 15 miles per hour. That's sustained. So gusts this morning all the way could be up to as high as about 20 miles per hour. A few breaks in the clouds, and that is exactly what I'm expecting all throughout the day today. Cloudy, a peak of that sunshine here and there. So we'll go from cloudy skies this morning. We are in the 60s and 70s. Lunchtime temperature goes to 76, and then highs today pushing 80. Are you ready for that? Now, mostly dry today. Again, only about a 20% chance for a spotty sprinkle. Heavy rain is expected to move in late Tuesday night into your Wednesday forecast. We'll talk more about the rain accumulations expected this week coming up next, Darby.
All right, thank you, C5. All right, out the door, better news on I-45. An accident involving a fatality early this morning before 3 o'clock, 45 southbound at Parker has been cleared, and that is some good news. You can see with our Houston TransStar shot, though, all that traffic that's been coming inside the Beltway is trying to move its way on into 610. So it's going to be slow for probably the long term. This is President's Day, so traffic's light around most parts of town, but this one's still going to be pretty slow and go. Have you at 63 minutes from 1488 to downtown, and that's probably going to hang on. Hardy Toll, though, nice and quiet, 19 minutes from 45 all the way into 610, but I am seeing slow traffic as you try and exit 610, so a lot of folks are probably taking the Hardy Toll Road as an alternate route. East Texas Freeway, you may be seeing a little extra traffic for you trying to get into downtown. 35 minutes Grand Parkway in. You are slow as you approach Collingsworth on into just past I-10. Now let's go to our chopper.
Now a live look from KHOU 11 News Eye in the Sky.
We've got our chopper rolling up on I-45. You can see the Shepherd Curve here looking back towards the tollway. And you get to see a sea of headlights. And again, if you are coming in from Springer Conroe, still recommending the Hardy Toll Road. Otherwise, you're looking at about an hour drive from 1488 into downtown.